farmers. Imagine a time when you know the direct market for your produce and you are linked to a buyer even before you start growing. This is in fact the farming as a business approach.
That farming will operate as a business.
The Farming as a Business approach is a 6 to 8 weeks farmer field school training program offered by the Rural Agricultural Development Authority. RADA, that enables farmers to enter the commercial agricultural sector and make practical decisions to maximize profits based on the resources available.
We recognized in recent years that there are some specific areas related to agribusiness that required greater focus on the part of the farmer in order for them to realize their true potential as business operators or entrepreneurs, have greater returns from their agricultural activities, and ultimately to improve their livelihood in a significant way where it can benefit their families, their communities, and the country at large.
The thing that catch me most is when they come to me and tell me about intercropping. I say, inter who? I even stop and say, what are you talking about? And I say, well, oh, Mr. Brown said to me, say, oh, Lama, you will learn in due time.
In that school, we learned from ground one up how to plant, distance in planting. We learned also budgeting. We learned a lot of things.
Over the last 3 years, RADA has sought to partner with key stakeholders, such as the Commonwealth of Learning, to train farmers in this very important area.
The Commonwealth of Learning has been a long-standing partner with RADA over the last 11 years. And with their commitment to supporting developing nations to improve access to quality education and training, it was definitely a no-brainer for such a partnership to take place to build the capacity of farmers and empower them.
Look at it, they know the first thing we look at was the cropping plan. Right. Yeah. And basically, when we look at the cropping plan, we look at the time when they're going to be establishing this crop. Yeah.
Before, we weren't making much, we weren't taking good care of our things. But now that we have these people come in and train us, you can plant a smaller amount and make more money.
The curriculum focuses on building farmers' business management capacity through record keeping, formulating production cost estimates, and projecting production volumes and income. These skills will help farmers to understand the impact that improved management, diversification, and market selection can have on their farm income.
Farmers must realize that they are managers for their enterprise, right? And farming is an enterprise, and it must be treated as such. It is as a business, just like the neck and tie business approaches. And they have to treat their farm as a business. And that is the only way that they can get adequate returns from their investment.
If you are in a field that you are extending your resources and you are not interested in finding how your resources is being extended, then you're doing a hobby. We encounter a lot of persons that are really not into keeping records, which is what a very, very important plank of the farming as a business, is record keeping. A lot of farmers are not interested in keeping records. A lot of farmers they don't even want to know, because if they know, they might just stop. We have a book template, a record keeping book that we provide to each farmers, and that will guide them, because all they need to do is to record their spending and their earnings. And that is a tool now that is used to guide to make decisions.
It was a rough journey until RADA come in and teach us the techniques of the farming. So it's a little bit easier now. We learn to put it in a straight row. We learn to spray it according to as it should be. and it's worthwhile now.
So I have a record book that I write down how much I plant. From the preparation I started, because the mending that I have, I write down every little thing. How much I'm going to plant, how much men I'm going to use, put the figures there, and then me add up how much I spend. Then now how much chemical I use, and then after that now me use all of that money, put them together, have it. When the crop comes in and I reap, then now after me reap now I may start to sell from it. Know how much I get from what I put out there. And now when I sell it, and what I reap and the profit that I make, I take out what I spend and see how much profit I make from it. So that's how I felt that I have done well for this past few years.
Before the training, we didn't know about protective gears. We just use our beer hand, water boots, and gun, right? But the training now teach us how to use our protective gear and the correct way how to use it. Yes, and that's helped us a lot.
When they teach me there, I come home and I do the practical. I don't do the theory no more, I do the practical. I plant something and I continue doing it, and it was very much fun to me to do it and to see the result that I get from it. Just putting it in the ground and do what I'm supposed to do. It was a joy for me.
The objective of the Farming as a Business Farmer Field School training is therefore to introduce business concepts for farming and to teach simple management tools that farmers can use to increase income from farming.
Because it's divided basically in 3 areas.
The improvement since I started, yes, and with the help from these personnel, it has put me at another level.
They are seeing the success and they are more aware of where they are financially.
To date, RADA has trained a total of 567 farmers across 9 parishes, to include 315 women and 252 men.
But we're not exhausting the list, we're just looking at a few. Farmers are really now getting into the habit of increasing their production and productivity. The farmers' fields are expanding in size. Their outputs are expanding in size also. So they're getting larger fruits and they're putting in more acreages.
Another thing that we would want to encourage farmers also to do is to ensure that the knowledge that they have gained, right, is also passed on to other farmers. Because what we realize is that farmers learn from farmers, and farmers quickly adapt to experience which is coming from their neighboring farmers. So we would normally encourage them to continue to pass on this information to their neighbors and to other farmers out there. So at the end of the day, we can have a transformed sector.
Farmers who are interested in this training can definitely speak with representatives at any of our RADA parish offices island-wide, as each parish has lead facilitators who have been trained over the last 4 years, whether it be face-to-face or via our online Moodle platform.
Farming as a business is the way to go. It teaches wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Farming as a business is the way to go.
Farming as a business is the way to go.